Nicki Minaj and 50 Cent are interested in a specific Dark Horse comic. You want to know what it is? I'll tell you later. Why haven't we seen any spec on the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3's main villain, High Evolutionary? I'll tell you what, that might change very soon. New this week, the dawn of DC Refresh continues with Green Arrow. And this time he's bringing his entire family along for the ride. Today's big giveaway is going to be Wolverine Origin #1 signed by Michael Turner, Steve Dillon, and Peter Stegler. Make sure you're a channel member. That way you have the chance to win it. If not, you can settle for a Wakanda #4, can you? All this, plus so much more on the pull list. See you later. Excelsior.
What's going on, everybody? Here we are live. Josh, what's going on, man?
Hey, what's up?
So what's that citation you got up there?
It's not a citation. How would you? Hey, man, that's racist. You think because I'm Hispanic?
Dude, I'm just as Hispanic as you are, okay? I might be even more Hispanic than you, okay? Because I actually could speak Spanish.
Okay, speak Spanish. Go ahead.
Okay, muchacho. Lo que tú tienes que hacer es coger ese papel y decirle a nosotros que ese papel es, ¿ok?
All right. This guy here, since you asked nicely, is a sales tax certificate for my new business. So this authorizes me to collect sales tax when I sell things like this Amazing Spider-Man 294. So that's what that is.
There you go, guys. Anyway, let's go ahead and say hi to the guys in the chat, starting with our first Wheelchair Superhero 87. What's going on, my boy? How's everything over there? Also, the We Are Legion is here. Legion of Comics. What's up? Bizzle. Good evening, my good friend. How you doing there? We'll go ahead and say hi to TM Nerdy over in Canada. All right. And we even go further than Canada, right? Because we got Dr. Von Hoot in the house from the Spiral Dimension. He is with us. So is Trev, the shipping guru. Who else is in this list? El Green Machine. Howdy, everyone. How's it going over there? See what my good pal Collecting with Dirts is here. How's my beautiful homies watching the show? Let's see if there's someone else here. Digger Jim 720. What's going on, my pal? All right. Also, we got Steve Hayner is in the house as well. And did I get to everybody? I think I got to everybody. So, hey, everybody, welcome to the weekly poll list. This is the start of our Monday night lineup. As you already know, we have a very stacked Monday night tonight. We have not one, not two, but 5 shows going on, all on YouTube. Some are going to be overlapping each other, so you can watch them live or you can watch replays. It starts with the Izzyverse right now that's happening at this moment. So my goal today is to get you guys done by 7:30. Josh, stop stalling, man. We got to get to 7:30. All right, because there's not one but 2 shows going on. If you go to S Vaughn 82, he has a show going on there, and Nick's Kicks and Comics. So you can pick and choose, or you can do like what some of us are doing. We have multi-streams going on at the same time. Also, we have Between the Lines with Geek Out with Roscoe, and Sector 2815, which is also going to be featured Legion of Comics, and they're going to have a massive giveaway, as well as the writer of Flash and the new Green Lantern book that's coming out. I can't remember his name. His name's escaping me, guys. But that's the shows that are going on all today. It's a lot, so we got a lot to cover, Josh. Right? But I see some more people started trickling in. We got the 3 good nerds. They're here. What's going on? Kenneth Bird, he's here. He's made the list. So they're saying, let's say what's up to that. Daniel Carpenter, a channel member. He's also here. And Brian LCS. So we got a good house there. We got a good house. Oh, there goes Sean. Sean is here as well. So he's going to get ready for his show pretty soon. So we talked a lot, right? There was a lot of talking going on here, right? Let's see. Let's hide that because we got it. There we go. The stream's not going to start shortly. The stream already started. All right. So Josh, what's going on? How's your weekend been?
It was good. I started watching She-Hulk, and
Start it.
yeah, I just started. Yeah,
Don't avoid spoilers.
the show's over, right? She-Hulk is so.
It's been over for a while now.
Okay, so I don't. I'm not gonna demand people not spoil or something a show that's actually over, but please don't spoil other things like
She turns green.
you know, we covered that. Yeah,
Just letting you know, she turns green.
She turns green. Yeah, that's well. Thanks, Izzy. Thanks for the heads up.
Not a problem. Not a problem. All right. I think that's enough stalling for the day. Let's get started with the trending comic books. And where's that video? There's. All right, we're going to start with the key collector list. Now, as you notice, I don't have the PowerPoint up. I do have a PowerPoint. However, key collector was acting weird today. Look, aggressively relaxing is saying that it's awesome. I'll spoil She-Hulk. It's awesome. Some people liked it. Some people didn't. There were some episodes I liked. There were some episodes I wasn't crazy about. All right. So there you have it. John P. Mosquera. Hey, what's going on? How you doing? All right. So let's take a look at the top trending books, starting with Marvel Premiere number 12. This is the first appearance of Lilith, the Queen of Gypsies. How do you feel about gypsies, Josh? Do you like them? Are they cool people?
I don't think I've ever met a real gypsy.
Really?
So,
I've met a few.
Oh, where?
When you go to like certain flea markets and things like that, I always seem to find someone like that.
Got it.
Well, not someone like that, a gypsy. That's someone like that. Yeah, so who knows, right? But that book is on the list, demanding about $30. A Marvel Premiere that's not Adam Warlock related. Isn't that interesting?
That is interesting.
That is interesting, right? But Patty Lupi is revealed that she will portray Lilith in Lily. Well, Lila or Lila, because Lilith is someone else, right? Well, John met a Gypsy King. Bambolelo, bambolela. I remember that song. You're probably too young for that.
I don't
All right?
remember the song.
All right, I'm a Duke in the world of Gypsy. All right, so there's that one. However, Giant Size Chiller is the first appearance of Lilith, because in Lilith's case, there is major rumors that she will be in the Blade movie that's coming up, right? The movie's back on track. It was delayed because the director wasn't working well with Marvel, so he was like, I'm out, and therefore they needed to find a new director. They found a director, and now this book is starting to get hot as a result of it, because they do believe that Lilith is going to be played by an actress called Mia Goth. You can't get more goth than that. Mia Goth. How you like that name?
Mamma Mia.
Mamma Mia, exactly. The next book, we talked about this book last week, Mystic 15. Now, this was one of those books that kind of just came out of nowhere, right? And the reason why it came out of nowhere is because it features a first appearance. An unofficial first appearance. And what is that unofficial first appearance, Josh? Do you remember from our conversation from last week?
Is that Harry Potter in the panel?
There's a Harry Potter in the panel. So if you look at the image, if you look right in this little corner right there, there's this kid there with a scarf on, and it would appear that's Harry Potter. Now, if you look at the top panel, there's also someone else from another dimension. And we're not talking about the spiral dimension. We got Doctor Strange here. We got Dr. Fate. I'm trying to remember who this character is. His name's escaping me. You got Clea. And this is not a Marvel book. In fact, this is not a DC book either. This is a cross-gen book. Now, is this supposed to be Dopey from Snow White and the Three Stooges, Snow White and the 12 Dwarfs?
Mo, Larry, and Dopey.
But if you look here, you can see the Sandman's right there. That's the Sand. So this is one of those books that just has a ton of characters in it, And all these characters are from other places. And this, it's hard to know at first, but you can see Phantom Stranger there as well. Hey, what's going on, Roscoe? Say hi. We also got Manny, the Hobgoblin collector. He's also with us here. Hey, guys. Yeah, so this book is here because it's the unofficial first appearance of Harry Potter. I don't know if this book's gonna have lasting legs. It did happen to come out in a very interesting time period. Did you see that?
That's way too small. I can't read that.
It actually says September 21st, September 2001.
Oh wow! So that's a super cursed book then, right? Like all the magicians on one page, and then something bad happens.
I know you don't want to get demonetized for this one. I'm not even going to say what happened that day, that time frame. Anyway, our next book here is Batman 404, which is part 1 of Batman Year One. Again, one of my favorite Batman stories of all time. I love this story. I like this version of Batman. This Frank Miller story is by far one of the greatest stories I've ever read. They did justice on it with the animated film. Have you ever gotten to see the animated film for this one, Year One?
I think so.
Really good.
A long time ago.
This one is here because it's obviously the origin of Bruce Wayne, but it also features the first appearance of Holly Robinson, who's an ally of Catwoman. But it just happens to be here. There was a sale. Another book that kind of just came out of nowhere, but it didn't come out of nowhere, was RoboCop. Now, this book is a magazine-style book that came out back in 1987 for RoboCop. Not a lot of people picked it up, but this is technically the first appearance of RoboCop. Right? How do you like RoboCop? Do you like RoboCop?
Yeah, RoboCop is cool. I think that they made like the newer movie. I don't think many people liked it. But
No, I did not like it. It was one movie. There was one movie that had Michael Keaton that was not good. It was bad. It was really bad.
It's a strong concept. I wouldn't mind another remake of RoboCop.
Well, you're gonna get one.
Oh,
it's gonna happen. That's right. We're getting a remake of RoboCop, so it's gonna happen. So the reason why it's here is that I believe, what company was it? One of these companies picked up MGM. I think it was Paramount or something. I'm not sure. They picked it up, and they also there are plans to do in the RoboCop series or movie or something alongside Stargate and some other properties that they picked up. Anything that's MGM, they picked it up, and now they're going to roll with it, as they say. All right. Our next book here is a Pride book called Love is Love. And the reason why this book is in this list is for the same reason as Mystic. The difference is this one actually features the official first appearance of Harry Potter, done by the one and only Jim Lee. This is the one moment we get Harry Potter in a comic book that's actually legit. But this is all we get. Him pointing up at a flag. Or is it a flag?
Maybe
Not
it's a
even sure.
cloud.
Well, it looks based on this, it's kind of like it's really long. Yeah, but what a weird way to introduce Harry Potter into the series.
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
I think they're making a new Harry Potter TV show.
So the plan is that they're going to make a Harry Potter TV show, and each season of the TV show is supposed to be focused on one book. So it's going to be like an extensive story. People are going to watch it. They love them Harry Potter movies. My wife loves Harry Potter. I personally don't care so much. But yeah.
So we're going to get 7 seasons of Harry Potter.
You got it.
All right. Buckle in, boys.
Exactly. Now, in my trailer, I mentioned 50 Cent and the Bronx native Nicki Minaj. All right, Nicki Minaj, who happened to, if you didn't know, she worked at a Red Lobster. She worked at the Red Lobster in Bay Plaza. So imagine being served by Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
What you want? What you want? You don't want those biscuits. Well, the reason why they're in the trailer is because of this book. This is Grindhouse Drive-In Bleed Out. Now, the book that everybody is hunting for is issue 5 of this book. It's a Dark Horse book, but it is a series that's being developed by Amazon by 50 Cent and Nicki Minaj. Thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, good for them.
Yeah.
I'm
Now
happy
she
it's
is. Now this is the best part. Tell me this is not perfect for Nicki Minaj. Lady Danger is an agent of booty. I'm
Asian.
not kidding.
Is it like is it an acronym? Is booty an
Yes,
acronym?
it's an acronym. I heard it earlier, but I was like, I'm too busy to look for it. But she is an agent of booty.
Kind of funny.
Yes. Now, as Vaughn 82 says, she can serve me.
Next at 7:30.
I know, right? Also on the list, a book that was on the list before, Sweet Tooth #1. Now, what was interesting about this book, and this book had 18,000 copies, right? And obviously, with the Netflix series it's been renewed for a second series, this book is kind of hard to find because when it did come out, it was actually a dollar book. It was a book that was $1, and it was meant to incentivize people to buy the book, similar to Nightclub. So therefore, there's not as many copies floating around that we're aware of. So this book is actually demanding a lot of money now. It's like 120 right here in this list. But because the show has been renewed, there is renewed interest in this title, Sweet Tooth. Did you get to see Sweet Tooth? I haven't seen it yet. Anybody seen Sweet Tooth here? I'm curious.
I also heard it was not very good.
Really? But it got renewed.
Yeah, well, good for them. Not gonna knock other people's success.
So we're at Finn's soccer game. Hey, Legion, what's up? Pop in. Good to see you. We are Legion. I know you're going to have a great show tonight, Mark. So next book on our list is Fantastic Four 186. This book came out a year after my birthday, and it features a rumor that Vertigo will leave the Salem 7 in Agatha series. So this is also an Agatha connection. See, someone did like it. See, Esvon liked it.
Cool.
Scott, right? Scotty says it's really good, man. So worth checking out. I was meaning to check it out, but there's so many stuff to watch, man. I can't check out everything. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So this features Salem 7. I'm not gonna even bother with their names, but they're all, witches. So this is a big, heavy witch book, I guess. All right. Another book that's on the list, that's been on the list a couple of times, is Amazing Spider-Man Annual 16. Do you happen to have this book in your collection?
No, I don't have all the annuals yet.
You got to get this one. This is the big one. Monica Rambeau, first appearance of Photon or Spectrum or Captain Marvel or whatever name they decide to give her this week. Personally, I remember her as Captain Marvel, but, everyone's happy. What's going on, Derek Kane? How you doing? All right, different strokes for different folks. I hear you. All right. So this book here has seen some increases. You don't watch trailers, so I can't even talk to you about that one. But I know you could talk to me about this book, Star Wars High Republic 7. What's the big deal with this book? Why this book is in the list?
Is this related to the Acolyte?
This may be related to the Acolyte.
Okay, yeah, it has to be the Acolyte because the High Republic is set. It's like a super prequel. It's set before even episodes 1 through 3, and so they've announced some characters that are gonna be in the Acolyte, this would be like one of the first appearances of one of them.
Yeah, Darth Crawl.
Yep, Darth Crawl. That guy.
Darth Crawl, man, he ugly. He ugly, man. I know what to say, man. But he ugly. But Darth Crawl, where will you rank him among Sith Lords?
He's got a ways to go. There's a lot of Sith Lords with a lot of history. So let's give him some time. Let's see what he does in the TV show before I rank him.
But in your perspective, not so much in the public eye, but in your perspective, how would you rank him? Would you rank him as one of the badder ones? Would you rank him as in the same level?
He's just mediocre. He's just, again, we've had Sith Lords that are literally capable of absorbing all the life on the entire planet. So when we start like making lists, there's a lot to do to before they, get on that top tier.
Okay. All right, moving on to next book here, Hallows Eve issue number 1. This one's on the list. I've finished reading issue number 2 this week. I enjoy it. It's a pretty cool character. I actually am starting to like this character. Um, the fact that she could just put these masks on and she becomes these characters in the mask. That's always cool. So Hallows Eve is really cheap buy. It's good to pick it up. Yes, you are absolutely right. It does take a lot to impress Josh. You have no idea. How was the game yesterday, by the way?
Oh, it was amazing. Great. The Knicks won, in case anyone cares.
Yes. He wanted me to take him home really fast so he could get to the Knicks. I did offer. He's like, we gotta watch this game now. And I'm like, I got the game right here. Right. Next book, Marvel Premiere number 1. Power of Warlock. I love this book. This is a book I recently sent out to CGC, signed by Roy Thomas. So I can't wait to see it. This is the first book. It is not the first appearance of Adam Warlock. However, it's the first time he is named Adam Warlock. So to many people, this is the first Adam Warlock as opposed to the character of him. All right. Now, a book that's been quiet for very odd reasons. I never understood the reason why this book isn't quiet. Is Thor 134. 134 is an older book, came out in November of 1966. And the reason why this book is so important is because it does feature, oh, look at those photo leaks of the High Evolutionary. Now, what's your thoughts on the High Evolutionary?
He's sort of like this eugenics guy, right? He's trying to create the perfect organism through evolution, and that usually involves like destroying Earth in the process.
Well, yeah, that and other planets and things like that.
So typically the Fantastic Four fight against him, but the Avengers as well. Sometimes he can be a good guy. Usually he's a bad guy.
Yeah.
I think the High Evolutionary is definitely, if they want to do more cosmic stories, it's a good character to use.
Yeah, and I think what they're trying to do lately with High Evolutionary, there are rumors that he's going to have some connection with Silver Surfer and Galactus. So if that does happen, if that comes to fruition in the movie, then we could see this book, which is at $450, is really not bad of a price tag for this kind of book. This is a major key. It also features the first appearance of Man Beast, who's another big time character within that lore, within that, that whole Counter Earth thing, because High Evolutionary is responsible for naming him Adam Warlock. He's also responsible for giving him the gem that will later be known as the Soul Gem. And so there's a lot of ties to Adam Warlock and High Evolutionary, just the same way as Adam Warlock's tied to Thanos in that way. So be on the lookout for this book. If there's a book you want to look out for, this is the book you want to look out for. All right. What's up, Cali Comics? Mondays do rule. We are busy. I am so happy I'm the early show. I'm the appetizer. I'm happy about that. All right. Next book in our list. No surprise here. Spider-Man 2099, number 1. Of course, you could get this book at $20. It's relatively cheap because there's so many copies rolling that are out there. You should not pay too much money for this book. In fact, what you really should be looking for is for that Amazing Spider-Man 365, which is the 5-page preview. It's a hologram black cover, and that's pretty cool. Yeah, High Evolutionary has connections to Mr. Sinister, only because they're pretty much the same type of guy. They really are. They do the same thing. Yep. They're like, what did you experimented on? Oh, I experimented on this guy with one eye. We call him Cyclops. So there's similarities between the two. So Spider-Man 29, obviously with the hype of Spider-Verse, this book is in the list here. All right, our next book is Marvel Superhero 18, the first appearance of the original OG Guardians of the Galaxy. I feel like they don't get as much love as they should.
I mean, right? they were never super popular, and so now for almost everybody, if you say Guardians of the Galaxy, they think of Chris Pratt. but they're like the third or fourth iteration of the team.
Exactly. And this version of the team is really the one that we were introduced in volume 2, which is features Sylvester Stallone, Martin X, Yondu was part of the team at one time. So this version of Guardians of the Galaxy is a really cool, fun version. I specifically like the Jim Valentino run of Guardians of the Galaxy. There's some really cool books in there. If you want to look it up, look up those versions of Guardians of the Galaxy. That's a precursor of Star-Lord and those characters, but this version of Guardians of the Galaxy is actually a fun team. All right. Next book in our list is Star Wars Yoda issue number 6. This is the 1 in 25 Takashi Okazaki cover. It's just a cool cover. It's a cool cover. Plain and simple. Right? It's a cool... Yoda looks like he's going to beat the crap out of somebody here. Yep. And I'm totally down with that. Right? So... Yep. There you go. There, it's asking about $30. It probably cost a little bit more. Another book that kind of like came out of nowhere too, that a lot of people saw it, but they didn't really go crazy over, but it's in this list, is Sandman Universe Nightmare Country: The Glass House. This is the new book, the new Nightmare Country issue that came out. Features on the cover is a Jenny Frison cover. It's a 1 in 100. This is the current version of Sandman. This, yes, I agree. Yoda's head has a 12-pack. Look at that thing. Yes, and it is a Frison cover. This is Daniel. So, for those of you that know a little bit about Sandman, this is Sandman today, I guess, in the comic book world. So, Sandman, if you haven't read Sandman before, which I highly recommend you read it, it's one of the greatest reads you could ever had. But there is an overall story, and it ends with this character who is known as Daniel. So go check it out. I don't want to give out too much away, but this character is very important in the Sandman universe. Our next book in this list is Dark Ride number 5. This is the Tony Fleece Mulan 1 in 25 cover. Of course, with Dark Ride, you always have those homages to classic Disney posters, and this is no different. Right? In fact, I kind of like the other ones a little bit more than this one, like the DuckTales one I enjoyed a lot. So this one's fine though.
Well, you see, this is a Wolverine homage.
Yeah, it's actually a Mulan and Wolverine at the same time. Didn't think about it like that. Right. And finally, Star Wars Return of the Jedi Ewoks number 1, the 1 in 100 Ryan Brown cover. That Ewok, man. He's hungry.
Vicious.
He wants some Josh.
Catch me first. Stubby little legs.
All right, Josh. Any books stood out for you?
Any of those? Probably just I'm forgetting which one it was, but one of the earlier ones with the High Evolutionary.
Mm-hmm.
I just need more Cosmic Marvel. You know, there's only so many Earth-based stories I can take. So hopefully that plays into something.
All right, cool. Anyway, let's take a look at the top 10 from the CBSI as well as Cover Price. The Cover Price one just came out today, so you'll be, for those of you who don't go to the site, you'll be the first to see it here. Let's take a look at the top 10. Any standouts for you, Josh?
Oh, there's a lot of ratios in there. There's a lot of Star Wars as well. I feel like people are waking up to the High Republic. It's not a book that has sold well. So now everyone's trying to scramble and get their copies now that they're keys. So.
And yes, Cali Comics, that was indeed a rodeo clown in Batman Incorporated. Absolutely.
They have everybody in Batman Incorporated.
Yeah, Nick's except Batman. It's like The Outsiders, right? In a weird way, that book.
Well, it's like a real corporation. Your boss is never around.
Oh, there you go. There you have it. Anyway, I thought it was interesting that in the CBSI, Spider Boy was number 10, but in Cover Price, he's number 1.
I think Cover Price is based on real sales. I'm not sure what CBSI is on.
Yeah, so interesting stuff there, guys. Just to remind everybody, there's a lot of stuff going on today. So just want to remind everybody that after this show, you can head out to Nick's Kicks Comics Presents for a few Nerd Dads, or you could go to Comic Book Addicts with the special guest, Jonathan Hendrick. They're both going to happen at 7:30. You can watch both of them, and just go back and forth. You can watch another one on replay, but make sure you go watch both shows. Make sure you hit that thumbs up for those. Also, later on in between the lines, I'm hearing that it might be postponed, but if it is, let me know, guys. But that's scheduled for 8:30, and the big show of the night is going to be Sector 2815 at 9 o'clock, featuring Legion of Comics, and they're going to have a special guest as well on the show with giveaways. So, and we ourselves are going to be doing a giveaway today. Just make sure 2 things. So there are 2 giveaways. One is going to, it's one of 2. It's either going to be a signed Michael Turner, Steve Dillon, Peter Stegawall, Wolverine Origin #1. That's going to go out to anyone that is a channel member. So if you are a channel member, you qualify for this book. Another way you could do it, if you want to leave a super chat of any size, that's okay as well. Then you could go ahead and you could leave a super chat, and that also qualifies you to win that book. If you do happen to win the race, which we will do, and you're not a channel member, that doesn't mean you're not going to win anything. What you can, if you're not a channel member and you're just a subscriber, then you qualify for the Wakanda #4. This features the first cover of Tozin and the first appearance of Kimmy, his girlfriend. So those are the books that we're going to be offering today on the show. So Josh, anything, you like these books or what?
Yeah, I wish I could win them, but instead some lucky person in the chat will get it.
All right. Yeah, you really would like that Wolverine, wouldn't you?
Anytime.
This is Michael Turner cover. We just had his birthday a couple of days ago, man. Such a loss. Oh man, I still miss his work, man. His work was gorgeous. Here they are. I got the 2 books right there. So there's the Wolverine. It's just beautiful, man. There it goes. Thank you, Derek. So Derek, you now qualify for, thank you right there. Got a little super chat there. Like I said, any size. Doesn't matter to me. It's of any size. Yeah. Gone too soon. Michael Turner was such amazing, talented artist. He was definitely gone too soon. So we're going to be doing that giveaway right before 7:30. So it's time for what is it time for? Oh yeah, it's time to talk about this week. All right, let's go put this on this side. It makes it a little easier. All right, it's time for the pull list. Marvel, 21 comics coming out from Marvel. Thoughts, comments, angry outbursts?
They're ramping up. It's the temperature is getting warmer and more books are getting printed.
Yep. Hey, look at Larry Green Machine. He actually won a few weeks back, and now he's a channel member. So welcome to the team. Welcome to the Izzyverse, Larry. All right. Yeah, man. We it's a lot of stuff going on. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we got here. So speaking of Sinister, we talked about High Evolutionary. Now we're going to talk a little bit about Sinister. He has a book in Sins of Sinister Dominion #1. Is this the conclusion of the storyline so far? Of the Sins of Sinister story?
I think it's just going to keep going I think it goes until the Hellfire Gala this summer.
Yeah, and then the Fall of X storyline, because I'm actually excited for the Fall of X storyline. I want to see that. It reminds me of the Fall of the Mutants, so we'll see how that turns out. All right.
Yeah, I could be done with Krakoa. I think we're
Yeah,
on the
I
break.
think it had its place, right? It had a
Yeah.
special place, and now it's kind of like in the past. All right, some other number ones are here. You have Guardians of the Galaxy, Bane of Battlestar #1. Interesting. I'll check it out.
I think this is a reprint, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, the other two are definitely the Rocket Raccoon and the Miracle Man are Marvel Tales, so those are reprints. I don't think the Guardians of the Galaxy one is,
Okay.
but we'll find out for sure.
Yeah.
All right, so that's coming out from Marvel. Also from Marvel, Daredevil 10, Thor 33, Hulk 14. I believe this is the final issue of this run. Ryan Otley took over the writing duties, so we're gonna see what happens with the Titan character to see if that continues. So who knows? And Deadpool #6. A lot of people haven't been liking this book so much. I do dig the Ghost cover. If anybody knows, throwback to the movie Ghost. That's exactly what they're paying homage to. All right. Any thoughts on any of these four?
That Hulk cover is crazy.
Yeah, I do like that cover. It's a nice cover.
It's wild. And Daredevil. So Daredevil things are coming back to haunt Matt. The Avengers are going to show up in this issue. Pretty sure.
Okay, cool. All right. Also, we have Doctor Strange issue #2. How long was it for issue 1? I felt like issue 1 was like a month and a half, so it's a little delayed, wasn't it?
I don't know if it was delayed, but there was a longer gap. So it's here now though.
Yeah, cool. All right, Invincible Iron Man #5. There is some buzz with this book because it does feature Emma Frost in it, and people like having Emma Frost in their comics.
I'm sure Tony likes having Emma Frost in his comics.
Yes, exactly. So there's some stuff there. So we have a nice little crossover event. Mary Jane and Black Cat issue #5. Hey, what's going on, John? How's everything? Let me say what's up to John Comics with Kids. I know they're gonna be doing a show pretty soon with Comic Tom in it. I'm excited about that one. All right. So everything is better with Emma Frost. You see, you gotta get that Frost in your life, right? Mary Jane and Black Cat issue #5. Is this the final issue of the series?
No.
It's still going?
And this is all set during Dark Web.
Well, I think there's supposed to be like some kind of connection with this thing. So we'll see how that turns out. I don't know.
with like the current Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah, with the current Amazing Spider, which we shall not talk about.
They do talk, Mary Jane and Felicia kind of talk a little bit about like where they both stand with Peter.
Yeah,
that's kind of already been building up. But again, Dark Web was like so far in the past for me, and this is still happening. So.
All right, we got Beckerman who just joined the chat. What's going on, Beckerman? All right, Captain America: Symbol of Truth issue #12. This is a continuation of that Cold War story where it's in the early stages of Cold War. I need to have dinner soon. It's dinner time. It's just waiting for me. All right, moving on. Strange Academy issue 6. This is the final issue of the series, right? So it's final series. Hopefully they'll come back because there's a lot of good buzz with this book.
Yeah, they'll do Strange Academy grad school, Strange Academy postdoc.
Sophomore semesters. The sophomore because the first one is the freshman year. All right. Venom Lethal Protector issue #2. You got that nice Silver Sable cover. Wasp issue 4. Betsy Braddock Captain Britain issue #3. All right.
Yeah.
Also, Monica Rambeau Photon #5 comes out. Avengers Beyond issue #2. Clobbering Time. Last time we had him with Incredible Hulk. This time we're gonna have him with Wolverine. I like that. That's a nice little pairing there, right? So that could be fun. All right. I forgot to change the text. Look at me. That's how
I like these titles better though.
You like the titles? So Alien #1.
Instead it's Terror War.
Yeah, Terror War. That was from a previous slide. You see, this is why it drives me nuts doing these things sometimes. But when you have to do multiple jobs. But it is Alien #1. It is a restart of the series, part of the new Marvel imprint, 20th Century Studios. I missed the Fox part of it. But it is a book, and people like the previous Alien, so I'm excited to see what this version is going to be. Also, a new anthology series is going to come out, Dark Vader. What is it?
Black, White, and Red.
Black, White, and Red. This is an anthology series similar to the other books that we've seen from Marvel. I'm definitely picking this one up.
Yep. This has it's written by Jason Aaron. Well, he's one of the writers, and has interiors by Peach Momoko. So you don't want to miss this
Oh,
one.
Peach Momokos. Yeah, you don't want, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of covers for this book. So this is one of those books you don't want to miss.
Yep.
All right. There's your Marvel. Now DC 11. I like DC this way. You know what I mean? It makes it easier for me to shop. When I see 21 books, I don't know what to do with myself.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of when you start getting to 20 issues, a lot of it's going to be like one shots and stuff that doesn't come back into the main continuity.
Yeah.
So,
all right. So let's keep going. So Green Arrow #1.
he's back.
He's bringing the whole family with him, right? I'm excited for this. This is from the aftermath of, was it Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths? That's what it was. I forgot already.
One of those.
One of those stories. But it's
Lazarus
the aftermath. He's lost. He's lost, and the family's trying to save him from something. But it's going to be a fun book. I'm looking forward to Green Arrow. Another book I'm looking forward to is Unstoppable Doom Patrol #2. This features a first appearance, so this is going to be a key book for some people. The kid is Worm Boy, I believe it is, and that's the character you see on the cover there. Detective Comics 1071. Action Comics 1054. Again, more books. We're going to see more Metallo. What's going on? Norrin Ray. We'll get to some Lazarus Planet. Don't worry. It's not gone yet.
It's still exploding.
No, the Green Arrow is aftermath of Dark Crisis. So Lazarus Planet is the aftermath of something else. And we'll get to the Lazarus Planet in a minute. Harley Quinn issue 29 comes out. Riddler year 1 issue 4. Tim Drake Robin issue #8. The final issue of the Graduation Day storyline from Blue Beetle. Have you been enjoying it?
Yeah, no, it's got really dynamic art, light tone. It's got a whole bunch of different characters making guest appearances, and yeah, this should be a big concluding issue, leading right into the movie.
Cool. Went a little too fast there. There we go. All right. And there you go. Lazarus Planet, just there, right there for Norrin. All right. Lazarus Planet, Revenge of the Gods, issue #4 is out this week. DC Ruby and the Sandman Universe, The Dead Boy Detectives #5. Now, just to let everybody know, the Dead Boy Detectives come from a storyline that was in one of the early issues of Sandman. We are going to see them in season 2 of Sandman, and there is plans that they are going to get their own series as well, and it's all going to be within that Sandman universe. So you might want to go check those books out. The Dead Boy Detectives is actually a really fun story. It's kind of like a Hardy Boys type of thing. It's, crime drama type of thing, mystery, but they're dead. So it's actually really cool. All right, those are your DC books. Now over in Image, we got 15 titles in Image, and I just put them all together. I put Image, Skybound, all these books together. I don't have time to kind of like separate them, but going quickly on it, you have World Tree #1. This book was originally recalled and now is officially coming back because they asked all the retailers to destroy the books. And of course, retailers do what retailers do when you tell them to destroy the books. They save the books and sell them on eBay. But the book was just a dark era book. That's why it was in the top 10 list. So this is the actual book that's coming out. The other book is now an era book and people are searching for it. What's going on, Cole? How you doing? Did you hear the news about Cole, Josh?
No.
The mustache is gone.
Oh, wow.
Yes. You heard it here, guys. If you don't know the news, now you know Cole's mustache is officially gone. But he did it for the right reason, so I'm happy for him. All right. Deep Cuts #1 is also out. This book I'm interested in looking at. I kind of like the cover. It kind of had that jazz flair to it. A book that a lot of people like, Vanish #6, is also out. And we have The Scorch issue 17, The Ambassadors issue #3. I've been enjoying The Ambassadors. I read issue 1. I read issue 2. Issue 3 is coming out this week. It's going to feature the art of someone I haven't seen in a long time. All right. And that is Travis Charest. If you haven't seen Travis Charest's artwork, you will be amazed by it. It is beautiful work. Are you familiar with Travis's art, Josh?
Yeah, I think I've read some Superman books he did.
Yeah, he's been around the block for a while now. He did some Wildcats as well for a little while. He's really good, tight pencils. That's what I was saying. Very, very tight. So you definitely got to check it out. Image 12, which is an homage to a Wizard cover. That's actually a really cool cover right there. What's the Furthest Place from Here? Issue 12 is also out this week. Philadelphia 30. Local Man 3 is out this week. I specifically like that cover. That Rip Page look is really cool. All right. Lovesick issue number 7. Plush issue number 6. Kaya issue number 7. This was supposed to have come out last week. It was holdover. It should be coming out this week. Indigo Children issue number 2. I did read issue number 1. I enjoyed it. Excuse me. And I'm looking forward to reading the second issue. Dead Romans issue number 2. That's an interesting story. I'm not entirely certain how it's going right now. So I'm willing to check it out. But I'm not good. If there's other things to pick up, I'll probably pick those things up. And Torrent issue number 3. Mm-hmm. And then we have it again. Repeat. All right. Over at Boom Studios, you got 4 titles there. You got 5 titles in Scott. IDW has 5 titles. Antarctic Press is busy this week with 8 titles. Dark Horse has 2. And Dynamite Studios, Dynamite Entertainment has 2 titles. All right. Starting with Grimm issue number 10. Yep. Grimm is back this week. Behold Behemoth number 5. The Neighbors issue number 2. Dune House of Harkonnen issue number 4. Scott Comics, you have Parting Ways number 1. Action Tank number 1. And By the Horns, Dark Earth issue 8. Also, Red Winter Fallout issue number 4. Category 0 Conflict number 5 is out for Scott Comics. Over at IDW, a lot of turtle books. So you got TMNT, the Armageddon game, issue number 7. You have The Last Ronin, issue number 3, The Lost Years. And the actual book, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 139. Also, Star Trek has issue number 7. And Dungeons & Dragons Saturday Morning Adventures, issue number 2. Number 1 was an instant sellout, man. A lot of people are going for that book. So if you're interested in getting issue 2, number 2, it's scheduled to come out this week. Over at Antarctic Press, as I mentioned, there's 8 titles. Gold Digger 298, Exciting Comics 33, Horror Comics 22, Punchline 14, Jungle Comics 15, Planet Comics 17, Manga Z issue 10, and World War III Raid on Tokyo issue number 4. Over at Dark Horse, it's Blue Book number 3 and Star Wars High Republic Adventures Quest of the Jedi number 1. Would you be getting that book?
If I can. I can't. I tried looking online to get it because I heard some buzz for it. I couldn't find it. So if anyone has a copy, let me know.
Well, it hasn't come out yet.
Yeah, well, no, but you can. Most retailers will let you do a pre-sale, and nobody has it.
Well, so. remind me tomorrow, Wednesday, okay?
Yep.
All right. Dynamite Entertainment, Gargoyles issue number 5, and Vampirella Strikes issue 12. Then you have some other companies, Sumerian, Pop Scars 2, Never Ender, The Final Duel. And you have over Mad Cane, Tales of Nottingham, and Dahlia in the Dark. Vault, Door to Door, Night by Night, issue 5. Money Shot Comes Again, issue number 1. I know, I read it the same way.
That's clever.
That's all I gotta say about that. Grim Spotlight. Pop Scar. Yeah, I heard some good stuff about Pop Scar. Yeah, definitely. I definitely heard good stuff about Pop Scars. All right. Over in Zscope, Grim Spotlight, Masumi, number 1, and Grim Fairy Tales 71. Then we have our single books. Frank Miller's Pandora is a holdover from last week. It's scheduled to come out this week. Over at Udon, you got Doc Starker's Felicia. I'm sure there's going to be massive covers for that book. Over at Keenspot, Hollowed issue number 2. Whatnot Publishing, The Exile issue number 3. That's actually a really nice cover for The Exile. Over at Ablaze, Lovecraft Unknown Kadef issue number 8. Aftershocks Bull of Beacon Hill issue number 4. Another company that I haven't really heard much about, but they do have a book coming out called Silence number 1, and that's Literia Press. They're a nice small indie group, but they got that book coming out as well this week over at AEW Upshot, Troja issue number 4. Merc Publishing has Born of Blood issue. Actually, it's Miss Meow. I didn't fix that. It's Miss Meow, guys. I forgot what number it is. Broadsword Comics has Tarot Witch of the Black Rose 139, and over at Dren Publication, Flesh Eating Cheerleaders from Outer Space issue number 6, and Sereno issue number 6 for CEX. I know you're excited about that book. Have you been enjoying it so far?
I don't think number 2 has come out yet.
So maybe number 3 won't come out either.
Yeah.
And yes, Norin, that was definitely a Wesley Snipes book. That is a book co-written by Wesley Snipes, and it's called The Exile over at Whatnot Publishing. So those are the books for this week. Any standouts for you, Josh?
Yeah, like the Star Wars book we briefly mentioned, just seems like it's going to be a key. So it's a low print run for sure. It's a one shot.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the one that I'm looking for. But there's a couple other good ones out there.
Cool. Anyway, we're going to do the picks of the week really quickly because I want to show some of the really cool covers that are coming, some variants. I'm going to be really brief on this because I really want you guys to see them. So let's go ahead and do the picks of the week really quickly. And I believe it is this slideshow. Yep, there we go. All right, so we got the timeless covers, and know that Jenny Friend is not. It just happens to be there. Apocalypse, Loki, Abomination, and Mole Man. I like the Abomination one.
Yeah. If I had to pick one from here, it would be Apocalypse.
Apocalypse is a cool one too, and the Loki one. I like the hand thing with Loki.
Mm-hmm.
You got Harley Quinn's Jenny Frinzen's cover. The one that stood out, a facsimile of Strange Tale, but there is a book here that stood out for me that I really like. Obviously, the Green Arrow Nakayama is a good one. This one, Daredevil number 10, because it's an Eastman variant. Kevin Eastman of Turtle Lord is doing a cover. I think this book might be a sellout because if anyone knows anything about Kevin Eastman and the Turtles, he created the Turtles based off of Daredevil. I don't know if he's done anything with Daredevil, so I'm excited to pick this book up just for the fact that it is a Kevin Eastman title. So that's something cool to know. Let's see what else. There was another one. I'm just scrolling through these pretty quickly here, but there are some really cool covers that are out here that I want to showcase. Let's see here, which is this World Tree cover is pretty cool. And of course, the Blue Beetle one, issue number 6, the Bruno Redondo. That's a nice one with the 3 different Blue Beetles. That's also really nice. This Dark Vader is pretty cool. That's the Peach Momoka trade dress. All right. Let's see what else is out here. That's pretty cool. I'm moving pretty quickly, guys. I want to get to the next show. There's the Iron Man with Emma Frost. That Clobbering Times is a pretty cool one there. And I think the black and white sketchbooks are cool. This World Tree Peach Momoka is also a nice cover. It's a 1 in 75. Local Man is always a fun covers. That Dark Vader is a Del Alto's a 1 in 100. All right. And this Emma Frost, I'm not feeling this Emma Frost, but I think some people will like it. All right. And I think that's
you got all the Darth Vader covers.
Well, yeah, that's you. I'm not going to go crazy on the Dark Vader covers. I'm trying to see if there's something that stands out for me. Shredder cover looked nice. There's a Wesley Snipes cover right there. Terminator for the Exile. All right. I think that's all. That's all we're gonna go by here. So, oh, look at this. Money Shot comes again with Infinity Gauntlet cover.
Excellent.
Yeah. All right. So there you have it, guys. Those are your books for today. It's time to do you can't go wrong with Dead Altar. No, you can't, man. Dead Altar is awesome. And yeah, that Peach Momoka World Tree does look really nice. All right. So we're going to be doing our giveaway. So let's let's go ahead and remind everybody what is the giveaway for today. Giveaway for today is going to be the Michael Turner, Steve Dillon's, Peter Stegwall signed Wolverine's Origin #1. This is for channel members. So if you are a channel member, or if you leave a small chat of any size, it doesn't matter. You could do a super chat, then you qualify to win that book. If you are just a subscriber, then you're qualified to win the Wakanda #4 book, which features the first periods of Kimi, and this happens to be the first cover of Tozen. So both books, I think, are definitely worth it. We're going to go ahead and get this duck race ready. So I do have the list of names. All right. So this gives you an opportunity, if you haven't put anything in the chat yet and you want to be part of this. I want to make sure I have everybody here. Do I have? Let me double check to see if I have Nora Rad in my list here. I think I might have Nora Rad, but I'm going to make sure I do. Yeah, let's get Nora Rad in there. Nora Rad 82 is in the list here. Black Spiders just made the list. What's going on? I think he's a channel member, so I'm not worried about that. Cole is here. He's also a channel member, so I'm not worried about that. So let's do. Hey, Comic Vet has just made it. What's going on, Comic Vet? How you doing? All right. May the Comic gods shine upon me.
I mean the duck race gods.
The duck race, you know what I'm saying? All right. So Beckerman, let me see if Beckerman's on this list. I know I recently won something from Beckerman. So that's yeah.
Maybe return the favor.
Let's see if we could return the favor to Beckerman. All right. Daniel Carpenter is already on this list. So I want to make sure, because he is a channel member. So we want to make sure we get everybody in here. But in the meantime, what are you doing tomorrow?
Tomorrow's Tuesday, so I'll be going to work. But after that, to my second job on Whatnot. I actually have a Whatnot show tonight at 10 p.m. And I'm doing another one tomorrow at 9:30. So tonight is Detective Comics Day. We're literally running through dozens of issues of Detective Comics. And then tomorrow is going to be more selling different runs of comic books. So you can find my Whatnot, Josh Cabrera, be there and come check it out.
All right. So now let's go ahead. I got all the names here. This is the last chance anybody has to get their names in here. All right. So we have 58 names. We got 58 names here. So we're going to set it for 1 minute. All right. And yes, Josh is plugging any Whatnot shows. Yes, Josh, he just mentioned he has one show going on tomorrow. Go check it out. If you have never been in Whatnot and you want to use Whatnot, there I also have a QR code there for you guys. So if you use that QR code, you will get $15 credit if this is your first time shopping with Whatnot. So go ahead and use the QR code. You can scan it there. There's also a link in the description. So that said, it is time for us to do a race. It's race time, Josh. Let's present the ducks. It's gonna be a big one. This is gonna be a big race, man. Let's see who gets it. And the race is on. On to the race right now. I see here we got Wild Gold Dean in the lead. Look at Daniel Carpenter. I realized Delgado as well is there. All right, who's gonna win?
It's gonna be someone at the back.
You think it's gonna be someone at the back? Kevin Winkler?
Yeah,
okay.
Like this pink duck and this green duck have no chance.
They have no chance. Well, we gotta get these ducks to move, man. Look at that. Oh, there goes Ben Parker, who happens to be a bat duck, even though he's a Spider-Man kind of guy. Oh, look at this green one coming out of nowhere. Show Blitz. Oh, wow. Look at that lead show up. Now he just slowed down out of nowhere.
He tripped.
Where's the ducks? Now the ducks are like, yeah, we're gonna be slow here. Okay, let's see. Wait. David's Comics and Wrestling is the winner. So David Comics and Wrestling has won He has won the Wakanda #4 book. That's the book that he's gonna win for today's. And that ends up becoming.
Turn off the ducks.
You always like turn off the so David, since he is a subscriber, he's a subscriber. He's not a channel member. He gets to win this Wakanda #4. So congratulations to David Comics and Wrestling. Well, hit me up in IGs for your chance to win it. That means next week this is still going to be up for grabs. All right. So I still have this book for next week. That means for anyone that is a channel member or has left a super chat. Now, if you left a super chat today, I will allow that to be part of this book. Okay, guys? I'll let that be a thing. So, guys, it's been great. I'm happy to move to the next show, which is about to, I think it's already started already. But before I let you go, I just want to remind everybody that my next show is going to be on Thursday, which is the Sketchy Show. And it's going to be for community artists. I do already have some guests lined up, but this is an open community that anybody, if you want to join us for a sketch show where the one thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to be sketching. We're going to be sketching for the show. It should be a lot of fun. Come to the show. Go check it out. Or if you just want to see a whole bunch of guys drawing, then come and watch the show and support us this Thursday. It's going to be our first show at 8 p.m. Eastern. And who knows, maybe we'll give away some of our art. That might be a promise from me. Josh, where can people find you?
So you can find me at Linktree/Josh Cabrera. I now have a Linktree with all the links in one place.
Yeah, there you go. And you know where to find me, Izzyverse NYC. Go to the next show, which started already. It's going to be Nick's Kicks and Comics presents a few nerd dads, or you could go to Comic Book Addicts with S. Vaughn 87 and Circumstances with their special guest, Jonathan Hendricks. Until then, guys, enjoy your day and Excelsior.